We got an event to go to. Let's go.
Gotta go. Gotta see things. See new faces and brand new things. Gotta go places and do things. Maybe to forget.
So special guest on the vlog. This is Will, if you guys don't remember him from the last vlog. He just doesn't understand anything about Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, pretty much. I play Magic.
Lair of Darkness, the one with the dark dude. It's over here. No.
Your skill is extraordinary.
Attention Magic players, the 230 standard. Your pairings for your final round are now being adjusted. Once again, Magic players, the 230 standard. Your pairings for your final round are now being adjusted.
So when I said event, I probably should have did some clarifying. We're here at MTG GP Pittsburgh. That's Magic the Gathering Grand Prix Pittsburgh. I kind of thought now would be a good opportunity to discuss staying outside your comfort zone, or well, just taking a look and appreciating all the other things that other card games have to offer. See, sometimes as card game players, specifically just Yu-Gi-Oh players, we like to kind of stay in our bubble and kind of just stick to what we know, and that's Yu-Gi-Oh events. And there's a lot of missed potential when you're exploring the other card games, and probably some information that you can gather just from simply playing other TCGs. You got the big three, you've got Magic, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh, so why not experience them all? There's a plethora of information to learn, and there's tons of different resources that have been produced that players from all card games herald as being keynotes for the information of trading card games. I'm not really playing in any side events here at the GP. I don't have a deck to play, and I'm not really that well versed in Magic to be wanting to risk any money. But I'm going to be just showing you guys around, give you guys kind of a tour of the place, hopefully clue you guys in on some things you can do at a Grand Prix. Oh yeah, I should probably answer, what exactly is a Grand Prix? Well, Grand Prix is kind of, in Yu-Gi-Oh terms, the equivalent of that of a YCS, I would say, or a national level tournament, as my friend put it, but I think it's more equatable to that of a YCS. They hold these every so often, and currently we are actually on the 25th anniversary of the Magic the Gathering Grand Prix. They don't do it numbers by like Yu-Gi-Oh, like we're moving to the 200th YCS at Columbus, but we're actually in the 25th anniversary of the Magic the Gathering Grand Prix. So they've had Grand Prix all over the place for the past few weeks. Last week was actually just Vegas, and I think they got a hell of a lot of players. My friend estimated probably around 10,000 players total just over the course of 3 days. That's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm currently here Sunday, so it's probably the most quiet day of them all. The main event is actually Saturday and Sunday, and it's in the standard format. And that's actually quite expensive to play. Grand Prix entries for the standard main event tournament is $80, but if you are well versed in the game, you can easily probably make your money back from that. But that is a steep price to play, so you better know what you're doing. Again, I might not be the most authoritative figure to be talking about Magic the Gathering tournaments. I have very basic knowledge of what's even going on here. I'm just checking out the vendors and stuff, which is the cool part, I think. What is this? So I lied when I said I wasn't going to play in anything today. I actually picked up, I'm going to be drafting the new Dominaria set for Magic the Gathering. Now, drafting works a little bit different than Yu-Gi-Oh! I remember Yu-Gi-Oh! Used to do drafting for like the top cut of their YCSs. It's a really interesting time, by the way. But Yu-Gi-Oh! Doesn't really do anything with drafting now. They used to have battle packs specifically for it. Well, Magic, they take core sets and we draft the core sets. So how drafting work is every player in an 8-person pod gets 3 packs, and then you will open the pack, and then your autofocus will fuck up. So every person gets 3 packs. You'll open your pack, you'll take a card from the pack, then pass the pack to your left. You'll do that around for the entire rotation of the pack until it's out. Start a new pack. This time you're passing that one to the right. Do that for all 3 packs until you build a deck. Then you make 40 cards out that deck, and you duke it out. With my very limited knowledge of Magic, I have a feeling I'm not going to do the greatest, but it's worth an experience. I'm here at GP Pittsburgh. We're going to see what we can do. So I'm just in for a good time, so let's see what we got. Alright, hey, so this video was super abstract. I actually came really unprepared to do that, and I ran out of battery towards the end of those clips. I was actually just less than a bar of battery away from losing it, and I didn't bring my charger or anything. So I decided to wrap up all the footage from the vlog. I felt like I had a lot of cool B-roll to use, which is dope, but I wish I had more coverage of the event. So real quick, I want to just build onto the discussion that I started the video with, and that is learning from other card games. What can we learn from Yu-Gi-Oh! Or take from other card games? And well, there's just a couple things that I wanted to point out that, again, I didn't get the chance to film at the convention hall, which would have been thematic, but I can do it here and it's still okay. There is a lot to learn from other trading card games, and if you play other card games, you may notice some crossovers or some parallels between other card games, between other ones, because card games are constantly taking ideas off of each other to just improve their game, make it better for the future. I think it's always awesome and a great thing to say when you can compare a card from, like, I don't know, Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Pokemon and say, oh, it's like the lightning bolt of Magic the Gathering, or it's similar to this of a different card game. I just think those parallels are really important, and it's really cool for players to distinct those, and I think it adds character to all the cards in the game. But even outside of just a mechanical aspect of the game, what else can we learn from other trading card games? One of the things I wanted to point out was there's an entire book that multiple professional players of any card game will tell you that they basically call the Bible of just competitive play. Next Level Magic is an incredibly well written, I wouldn't even really call it a guide, but it's just an incredibly well written book that will take any card game that you play and bring it to the next level. It's written strictly for Magic, but just some of the key aspects of this book will just teach you things that are important for any other card game, whether it's be deck building or whether it be just tournament mentality or reading your opponent. All these important aspects of any card game are in this expertly written book. Even Patrick Hoban, who as Yu-Gi-Oh! Players were all kind of familiar with, took keynotes from Next Level Magic when he wrote his own book that was kind of catered to that towards Yu-Gi-Oh! In Road to the King, which I think kind of fell short in a lot of things. I don't think it was that well written, not nearly as refined and as well written as that of Next Level Magic. But that's just another crossover from card games that's so important. Even a book that's written strictly from a Magic guy's perspective can be carried over into any other trading card game to just bring you to that next level. I think that's an amazing thing as well. Also, not only that, but the friends you make from other card games, you can of course encourage them to play other card games. And when you encourage other people to join other card games, it builds those communities even more locally, but also just on a bigger scale as the game just gets bigger. There's definitely a lot that players, but not only companies, can learn from other card games as well, and some of them not all positive. For example, while I was at the Grand Prix, I noticed the streaming setup. Oh my god, the streaming setup. Magic's streaming is literally on a different realm. It's just so professional and pristine. You can see some of the shots I took of this thing. This rig that they have set up is massive for it, and they have written, they have not only the live matches, which by the way, they all look incredible, but they also have written coverage as well for people that prefer written coverage. I think that's just a really nice supplement. Also, another thing I noticed from Magic is that art is very, very important to this community. Some of these artists in Magic the Gathering are like household names, and I just think that's a really, really cool thing that I feel like is super underrated in other card games. The fact that I can't tell you a single person that's drawn a Yu-Gi-Oh card, I think that's amazing. So how did I end up doing on that draft I played? I actually beat my friend that I came with I beat him in a round, and then I got enough tickets to get 2 packs, and I didn't pull anything. But hey, Magic does something interesting with their prizing where everybody receives tickets for their side events or the main event that they play in, and they can exchange these tickets at the prize booth to get different prizes. You can get giant cards, or you can get t-shirts, play sets of cards, entire sets of like core set cards, and you can get singles as well. Just a really cool thing that I think that'd be a cool thing to implement for Yu-Gi-Oh too. I just thought that was a really cool thing where you don't have to necessarily win your pod that you're playing your side event in, or win something to actually get a prize. You can get minimal amount of prizes for just participating in it, and I think that's just a really cool kind of business model there. What else? Oh, vendors. I went Sunday. I'm sure I missed a lot of vendors at the event, but holy shit. Vendors took up, like, it felt like at least 60% of the hall. There were vendors in the middle of the floor. There were vendors all along the sides. Vending was huge. And you would think, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Would have a lot more vendors than they do, but they don't actually have even close to that amount. The main event for Magic was standard format, and I did end up asking. It actually got over 900 people into the main event for standard. Again, that's $80 entry. So that's a steep cost, and you have to get people to play standard, which sometimes might not be the format of choice for players. GP Vegas the week prior got a couple thousand players, I think, in the main event. So take those numbers for you will. It's just location. But the numbers are definitely there for this game. It's just standard, of course, again, like I said, might not be the choice format for players. Tons of different formats you can play in for Magic. Altogether, with my limited knowledge of Magic the Gathering, I had a great time there. There just always felt like there was a lot to do. Everything was really well organized, and I didn't have a problem signing up for a side event when I thought I would maybe just not understand anything. They explained drafting to a point that I could understand it. I drafted before lightly, but I still had questions. I had a great time. I would definitely go to another Magic event and probably play in the main tournament if I did practice enough. But hey, I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh player. I don't play that shit. This video was just very abstract. I wanted to do something at the Magic event, but of course when you don't really know what you're doing, or you're just kind of following what your friend does, you're very limited to what you can do. I still had a great time though. There's just a lot for everybody to do there. The vendors are really cool, and of course, like I said, the artist thing, that's just a really neat thing as well. But yeah, that was the GP Pittsburgh vlog, tied with a little discussion on why other card games are important. If you guys liked the video, be sure to like the video, thumbs up the video, especially that you enjoyed the video. If you did like the video, consider subscribing to the channel. National vlog is this weekend, and I'm so excited to play in Yu-Gi-Oh! Nationals. But that being said, thank you guys so much for watching the video today. Be sure to like, comment, definitely subscribe. I will catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Nim signing out.